someone you care about goes completely silent. No explanation, no response, just nothing. And somehow, that feels worse than any argument. So what do you actually do when someone refuses to talk?
How can you respond to the silent treatment?
Yes, wait. The first thing one ought to do is to clarify the objective. Are you seeking reconnection, resolution, or simply a degree of personal safety? Because the answer rather shapes the approach. Once that is established, you name the pattern, plainly, without dramatic elaboration, and you offer a structured path back, a specific time, a specific topic, one invitation, one boundary, one follow-through, not 17 messages, not an emotional essay. One. And then, and this is rather crucial, you decide in advance what you will do if the silence continues. Leave the room, end the call, step away from the discussion entirely. And you do that consistently, every time, without exception, because consistency is the only thing that signals you are serious. Put simply, know what you want, say it once, and then do exactly what you said you would do.
How can you respond to the silent treatment?
Okay, but before anything else, can we just check what kind of silence we're actually dealing with here? Because that matters. I don't know. It really matters. Is this a one-off thing, like they're just overwhelmed? Or is this, a pattern? Like it keeps happening whenever you try to bring something up? Because those are very different situations. If something feels off, if this is happening repeatedly, don't chase. Please don't chase. Create some distance. Talk to someone you trust. And maybe, I don't know, start keeping track of when it happens. Just in case. And in the moment, breathe. Slow your voice down. Don't send a long emotional message when you're panicked, because that leaves you exposed. Yeah! Safety first means you don't bargain away your basic dignity just to get a reply. That's not a trade worth making.
Oh, sweetheart, the first thing I'd say is don't go in like you're interrogating someone. That just shuts everything down further. What we want to do is lead with the connection, not the conflict. Acknowledge what they might be feeling. Something like, I can see you might be hurting right now, or maybe you're just completely overwhelmed, and make it easy for them to come back in. Something gentle like, I'm here when you're ready. Can we just sit down together this evening? Because what they need to hear, dear, is that disagreeing with each other doesn't mean we're falling apart. We're still us. And then, when things have settled, we can agree together on a little routine, how to ask for space when we need it, how long that looks like, and how we find our way back to each other. That's how we build something that actually holds.
How can you respond to the silent treatment?
The first error people make is rewarding the pattern, sending repeated messages, over-apologizing, or attempting to bargain for a response. These behaviors communicate that silence is an effective strategy. It is not a neutral response on your part. It is reinforcement. What you need instead is a predictable structure, something clear and repeatable. If you need space, say so, otherwise I'm stepping back for now. That is a boundary stated in behavioral terms, what you will do, not a moral lecture about what they should do. The distinction matters. Moral lectures do not produce behavior change. Consistent, predictable responses do. Do not vary this based on your emotional state on a given day. Consistency applied over time is what establishes a new pattern. Intensity without consistency does not work. Do not confuse the two.
Hey, friend. So the first thing I'd say is, assume that things can get better. Hold that. And from that place, you can ask something really open and kind, like, what would help you feel able to talk right now? Because that question comes from curiosity, not pressure. And then maybe suggest something practical. A little signal you both agree on when someone needs cooling down time, or even just journaling between conversations. And friend, here's something beautiful. If someone goes from complete silence to saying, I need 30 minutes, that is huge. That is growth, and it deserves to be recognized. Celebrate the small steps. The path unfolds from there. But I also want to say, and I mean this with so much care, if over time nothing shifts, if they won't meet you even halfway, then hope also means choosing a space where you can actually breathe and grow.
How can you respond to the silent treatment?
My child, when someone goes silent, you are left holding two things at once, the wish to reach them and the need to protect yourself. A strong response does not abandon either one. You can offer a clear and gentle doorway back, simple, timed, without accusation, and still refuse to chase, still refuse to earn what should be given freely. When silence comes from overwhelm, structure and softness help it pass. When it is being used to punish, no amount of emotional persuasion will open the door. Only quiet consistency will. The goal was never to win someone into speaking. It was always something quieter than that, a relationship where space is allowed, where repair is expected, and where your sense of worth does not live in someone else's hands. Silence can be a wall, or it can be a pause. Learning which one you are facing is the beginning of knowing what to do next.
If you made it this far, you're gonna want to see what comes next. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our next video, and click the video on screen now to keep learning more. See you in the next video.